Morning folks, it's Sunday morning. We've had a bit of welcome rain overnight. It's about 20 to 7 Sunday morning. That for a bit of a sunrise coming up. Anyway, down there hopefully we'll get the steering ram put back in me 1250 this morning. Anyway, yeah, thank you for the comments and likes on last night's video. I was a bit sort of dubious of whether it's going to be any useful content, but yeah, I've had some good likes and yeah, it's been a bit hot, but hey ho, we've had a welcome rain to cool things down. It's still 18 degrees here this morning, at this time of the morning. So yeah, let's get unlocked and make a little show for this morning. And I'll probably go and do another mad thing when I get home and go and chop some more wood up, just for the hell of it. So let's get this show on the road today. There we go, one nice shiny steering ram, ready to get back in under there. Let's the battle commence. Yeah, obviously it comes down easy enough because you've got gravity, but they've got to put it up there. That's going to be hard. Before we get down on the floor, catching up with a couple of YouTube videos last night, and thanks to Ollie Blogs again for the mention. He was there talking about his MB track, see if any colleges wanted to restore that, and his Massey 1200. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge, that one. It's hasn't aged too well, and it's going to need a fair bit of repair work, but hey ho, I know all about it. But anyway, cheers Ollie for the mention again. One of those jobs, sometimes you've got to walk away and come back. I got one hose to get on, and do you think I can get the bloody thing started? And it's the very back one. You can't, there's no room to come in this way to do it, and you're led on your back underneath, and it's hot. Walk away, come back, probably fall. That's definitely the way to do it. Walk away, have a cuppa, have a fag, chill out for 10 minutes, come back, and it just fell on there. Typical. There was that one there. This one on the back of the steering ram. Not enough room to come in through the back. But as you can see, there ain't a lot of room to get up there to even get a spanner in there. But main pins in there, pipes on there. So hopefully this job is wrapped up. Thankfully. Whew, I just had a WhatsApp message come through from my customer Mike Hayes. Him and his partner Jenny McCarthy just had a little boy, Michael Daith, which I think he said is Irish for David. So congratulations to Michael and Jenny, and welcome the little man Mike. Congratulations. I'll wait to see more pictures. May the future be 1200s for him. Another little handy load. Nice to have a pair of hands. Maybe somebody can load it while I'm chopping it up, but yeah, we've cleared that bit. Let's go back and split this lot up and shove it in the shed. Well, I split the pilot that there was here. That's filling that up. We took this out on this little mule. Had it a lot of years, but I did my own conversion. Made a hydraulic tip. That rams out of a MAN lorry and the cab jack. So all we got to do, because these used to have an electric version, which I didn't have, so I just made my own. So you can pump the thing up and down. It took the crap out. But yeah, this is going to be a good job done. Plenty of firewood. What say you, Lanky? Plenty of firewood for the winter? Keep you warm in the man cave? Good. As you can see, I'm sweating buckets. But, hey ho. Job done. Morning, folks. Monday morning. Hope you're all well. Had a good weekend. At least it's a bit cooler. Yeah, thank you for likes and comments, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just spent an hour or so ordering parts and going through books, trying to find part numbers and paperwork. So the joys of Monday morning. Anyway, happy birthday to Eamon Dempsey. 43 today, I think it is. Yeah, many happy returns of the day. Nice to have met you a couple of times. So yeah, let's see what happens today. You can see, I've had my hair cut. Gone a bit bald now. Greys don't show quite as much. There we go. So, let's see what happens today. There we go. There's the dumbbell shaft at the 1200. We've got the old bushes squeezed out. There's one of them there. The rest down there, and you can see they're pretty well at it because they've just kind of disintegrated as they come out. They've sort of old and yeah, started coming glued in themselves. So yeah, we've got a whole load of new ones. No, not that one. There we go, pack of 12. So I'll get this nicely cleaned up and hopefully get these squished back into the hole. And yeah, I have been down and checked the alignment between the engine and the gearbox. And seeing as all we did the other day when we dumped the engine here was literally dumped it in and made sure the holes looked lined up. So here's what I do to make sure it's as square as it can be. We've got the pulley set on there. Obviously, I haven't got the adapter plate there yet, but we'll sort that out. I have me very near. And then you put it basically 6 o'clock position, and that's just about right. 9 o'clock position, just there. Come back to the 3 o'clock, just there, and down to the 6 o'clock. Bit of a job to see, but just it touches, and that is pretty well as good as lined up. If it was anywhere out, you'd have a gap showing here or a gap there, and if there was a gap on the sides, obviously the engine's not lined up that way. If it's top and bottom, you'd have to have a shim and put under the front mounts to bring the engine back or upwards. If it's obviously a gap on the other side, you put it under the back, lift the back up. But other than that, that's pretty close to spot on. So I'm happy with that. We've had a little move around this morning. We've got the cab for the 1200 in here. So at least we can start doing a little bit on that in between other things. The apprentice is here this morning. Back from your lovely weekend. Chopping up bits of metal. Nice quiet little job. That's for rear light arms, isn't it?
Yep.
How was your weekend? Stressful, I bet.
Hard.
Yeah. There we go. Oh well, I'll leave you to it. I'll go and look busy. There we got the first bit of glass fitted back in the 1200 cab. And apprentice is there busy cleaning. There was no glass there. Bit of a faff to get in, but it's in there, so we'll get on and do that one over there. And number 2 in. Excellent job. And down there, we've got the oil cooler, which I thought I couldn't find. I found one. Well, I found one, but I thought it was my spare one. It wasn't, it was the one I was looking at. Numbnuts. Anyway, had to get the heat on the pipes, get them undone, but one of the unions come unbrazed, so I'll send that off for repair and clean up and pressure test. Hopefully I'll pick that up this afternoon or tomorrow and get that back. So in the meantime, I'll go and just drop the radiator in, get a bolt or 2 in that to hold it in place. That's something else out of the way. But it's a bit warmer this afternoon. Cooler. Say that union was fitted on very well. Obviously a bit of heat has melted the braze, so we'll send that off and get it cleaned up and checked. I say it's obviously a bit of a ding here at some point in its life, but hopefully, I hope that's going to be okay. We'll see. See what they say. Yeah, another bit done. That's the main radiator just on the bolt right at the top. It's also until the oil one's sorted to go in there. It's got to go fit through on those bolts as well. Yeah, another bit out of the way, not to get damaged. Hey folks, it's Tuesday morning, about 6:20. It's still about 18 degrees at the minute. Yeah, and you can tell it's a little bit overcast, but yeah, the mornings are starting to draw in now. Anyway, I'm just off the road to go and pick a lorry up for inspection. So let's get this, see what happens today. Try and do a bit more on the cab and get some more glass in, but we'll get the old bread and butter money done first. Get this one tapped and paperwork done. So let's go. I can safely say that indicator bulb has had it. Looking a bit black. All right, one change. There's the new chrome being made for the line. Yeah, after that bit there, as well, I put in the middle of. Well, I'm sure your manager, ain't you, Dave? Oh yeah, there's 6 new bushes fitting the end of that shaft, so we'll spin it over and get the other 6 pushed in here. Don't go in too bad if you do it the right way. And what's Prentice doing? He's down here chopping metal up, I think. What are you doing? Chopping up tube for, oh, light arm stuff, isn't it? Yeah, just while chop it up now, it's out the way rather than tripping over it all. So you've got all your measurements right?
Hope so.
Yeah. I'm all ready to go weightlifting now. Look at this. Oh, look at the muscles on that. There you go, 1 dumbbell shaft, all done. New bushes in, both ends. Oh, Bit of weightlifting, can't get the muscles going. I'm getting a funny look there. Well, I just had the delivery turn up, some parts I ordered yesterday. Thank you, Tom, at Agriline. Prompt service. Only ordered at 9 o'clock yesterday morning. They're here at, I don't know what time it is, 11:45, 12 o'clock. So that's the bearing I need to go in that gearbox. So hopefully now we can get this thing put back together. Finally, the main lathe shaft is in. The circlip's on the end. The bearing's fitted. All the gears are in there. Everything turns. Look at that. I wonder how many years ago this last was doing that. Gotta be, don't know, 15 years I guess. But we've got it sorted. There we go, multi-power input housing, all reassembled. So I got new seal in the end, new cast rings in there, all back together. We've got an air test on it, so we know that valve works, it's good. So hopefully we can get this put back in place in the gearbox. But the apprentice is making some noise down there. She's sat on the floor in her own little world. Just had a bit of a boring job. Been drilling holes in a whole load of pipe work for making up more light arms. So it's just tightening the ends up with the grinder at the moment. But time's going away. We've had a busy day. And yeah, slow and steady. At least the gearbox is on the right side of it now. I've got the multi-power stuff in there, so we'll have a quick look at that in a minute. We've got the multi-power clutch all back in. The 2 gears in there. Everything's turns. We'll try and put the rest in, that'll support it, and that should be absolutely super duper. I say, we're glad we've got all the bits there. So we can get that back together, get the selector rails in, we've got some new detensor springs, we've got to clean the rails up and put the forks in. So yeah, that's looking nice. Well, that's a good job done. Pretty well, all of those are drilled and cleaned up, they're all cut. They're all cut. And I say, just got a few left to do, is it? Yeah, a few left there to clean up, let's say. It's nearly time to go and pick the kids up, isn't it? Certainly they've had a decent day. Anyway, that's more or less a wrap for today. Trip into the boys in Wales. Had a slight problem on gearbox. Couldn't quite get something to fit. Then I found out that bit, this has come out of the 595 box, looks the same, but this hole here needed to be fractionally bigger to fit on the shaft, because the shaft wouldn't go all the way in. Of course, this being really hard stuff, I couldn't do it. So now that fits on there a treat. And while I was here, as of this morning, as I said, we have a new cylinder chrome made, new seals, job done. That's yeah, obviously the old one's a bit knackered. So yeah, another bit of the jigsaw puzzle completed. So yeah, time to bugger off home. Righto folks, well, welcome new subscribers as usual. Feels like it's been a busy 3 days. At least it's been a bit cooler today. Yeah, thought I was nearly there, and then final hurdle on the gearbox, but we hopefully got it sorted. So tomorrow morning, hopefully it'll all fall in place. So yeah, see what happens in the next 2 days. But click the old like and subscribe. Any comments, we'll get back to you. Thank you very much, as always. And do us a like and a share. And see if we can get these numbers up, which would be good. So yeah, take it all steady. We'll catch you on Thursday. Take it steady.